It was absolutely electric. A random Tuesday night. I know it's a Commissioner's Cup game, but the crowd was sensational, and Caitlin Clark put on a show here. Clark, searching for her spot, pulls up from 28 feet. The Fever go up 31-27. And then Clark gets it inside, dribbles back out.
Halliburton style.
And then drills it from 25 feet. 12 points.
Let them know.
Look at that. Look at that.
3 of 4 from the three-point line, 5 assists in the first half. All right, so here keep an eye on Clark and Jacy Sheldon, right? Clark trying to back down Sheldon. Sheldon fouls Clark. Clark a little upset because she feels like she got poked in the eye, but then watch Marina Mabry here. She sees what's happening. She comes in. Excuse me. Tempers flaring maybe just a little bit on both sides here. These were competitors last night, y'all. Let's take one more look at this here, Udonis.
That's one way to stop her.
That's a foul. I don't think it was intentional. It's a foul.
So Tina Charles, Clark,
she sold that a little bit.
Mabry, right? Tina Charles, Clark, and Mabry, they all received technical fouls. Sheldon received a flagrant 1, and Clark made both free throws, put Indiana up 13. But these two have a little bit of history, right? Going back to the Big Ten days. Clark and Sheldon, during the Iowa game in 2024, the two got tangled up, had a couple of words for each other. We love a little rivalry. They faced off 6 times in their college careers.
Oh, she ain't
I
scared
like
of her.
that. That beef's still cooking. Huh?
Exactly.
Okay.
Sometimes that's the best stews they have to brew for a while, right? Which brings us to our Hyundai Electric moment here. A little later, same matchup, and you know Clark loves this, right? She only needs a couple inches of space to hit that 3.
Let her hear about it.
She went around, guys, the entire arena, hyping up the fans and the crowd of this. Assistant coach had to come over and pull her back and say, hey, we got to get back to the huddle.
I'm not sure I would make her mad. That's just my assessment.
Absolutely not. Guys, I had awesome seats. Thank you so very much last night. This is my view of that shot.
Oh, wow.
This is my view of that
What did
shot.
she say to her, though?
Great shot.
You know what? I'm going to say I'm not a professional
Take
lip
that with
reader,
you.
but we can all say that it wasn't totally fit for television.
Okay.
But this is why you love watching Caitlin Clark play. All right, in the fourth quarter here, Sheldon gets the steal, and then Sophie Cunningham, watch her, fouls Sheldon hard.
That's something
That's a technical.
That's
flagrant.
That's what you would do, having your
That's
teammates
flagrant.
back.
A little bit of pushing, a little
ain't
bit of
playing against the
shoving.
Valkyries.
Cunningham getting
I like
some
that.
payback for Sheldon's earlier flagrant 1 on Clark, maybe. Here's what head coach Stephanie White had to say about the refs losing control of the game.
I think it was pretty obvious that stuff was brewing, right? When the officials don't get control of the ball game, when they allow that stuff to happen, and it's been happening all season long. All season long. It's not just this game. It's been happening all season long. This is what happens, right? This is what happens. You've got competitive women who are the best in the world at what they do, right? And when you allow them to play physical and you allow these things to happen, they're going to compete. And they're going to have their teammates' backs.
You guys came for basketball.
Yeah,
Let's talk about basketball. Come on now.
What do you think of just how you all were able to pull away in the second half, Caitlin, in particular?
We're going to the Commissioner Cup Championship.
Let's
That's
go!
pretty exciting. Y'all want to talk about that? Let's talk about that. At the end of the day, I'm here to play basketball, and that's my job. That's what I'm going to do. I'm a passionate player, but at the end of the day, I'm here to play basketball. My game's going to talk. I love this game, and I'm going to give it everything I have. So I think that's what competitors do. You just step right back up to the challenge.
And by the way, the entire time that Stephanie White was talking, she's off to the side. Caitlin Clark is going, yep, exactly what she said. Alexa Philippou was in that press conference. She joins us now after being in the building. Alexa, we got 6 techs, we got 2 flagrants, we got 3 ejections last night. I promise, Caitlin, we are going to get to the basketball. But first, any more ramifications to how the league is going to handle this?
Yeah, Malika, we just heard from the league. The headline is that no players will be suspended from all of the action that happened yesterday. So Sophie Cunningham will not face a suspension. Marina Mabry, who actually plays tonight, the Connecticut Sun are back on the court facing the Phoenix Mercury. She will be available, no suspensions. We do have a few changes, though. Marina Mabry's tech that she received in that third quarter skirmish, that was upgraded actually to a flagrant 2. That comes with a standard fine for any, normal flagrant 2. Sophie Cunningham, she was given that flagrant fine that led to that immediate ejection. She actually also received a subsequent fine for her role in initiating that hard foul on Jacy Sheldon at the end of the game. So she received, I guess, 2 fines, you could say, from that. But that's the only fines, the only changes that we've seen after yesterday's game. And at this point, neither coach has been fined for their comments and their criticism of the post-game officiating. Not even, you showed that clip from Stephanie White. She even went as far to say, too, that everything in the league's improving except the officiating. But at this point, she has not been fined for those for those comments.
Well, you do have Udonis, who's off to my left right now, who's off screen right now, Alexa, who is nodding along with all this. He received a flagrant or two in his day, so I think he appreciates that basketball is just able to be played on. So let's talk a little bit about this basketball now, right? UD's like, yeah, this is how it should be. These are competitive women. These are competitive players. Let's talk about the Commissioner's Cup here, because the Fever, they booked their trip to advance here to the Commissioner's Cup final. That is July 1st. What do fans need to know as we march towards that date?
Well, if fans aren't familiar with it, this is a in-season tournament that is now in its 5th iteration in the WNBA, and this will be the Fever's first time playing in the championship game. They will be playing the defending champion of the Commissioner's Cup, the Minnesota Lynx, obviously, also the finalists from last year's playoffs in the WNBA. There's some money at stake, too. There's a $500,000 prize pool. There's a separate cryptocurrency pool, if that's your sort of thing. And the wins throughout this whole stretch in June have also been able to also benefit local organizations. Each team, when they win, they were able to get some money donated to those organizations. But this game will take place July 1st. It's going to be hosted in Minnesota. It's going to come at the end of a really long stretch of games. We talked the other day about how the Fever started 6 games in 11 days to end the month of June. Now they have this July 1st game with a lot of stakes involved between money, bragging rights, and all that stuff. And for a Fever team that wants to win a championship at the end of the season, this is a good first place to start. And we know, too, that sometimes there's a really good track record of teams that are playing in this Commissioner's Cup championship game eventually meeting in the finals.